G'day everyone, welcome back to PuzzleCombat. There's no raid tournaments, there's no alliance wars going on, there's not any events, like challenge events or anything like that of any note, so I figured for something a little bit different, I may as well invite you guys to join me for my current activities in Monster Island. So we are into the second day of the event, which generally speaking means that people are starting to work on the apexes. So first 8 hours generally, first 2 sets of energy, everyone's sort of like running around like a manic thing, trying to find all of the hordes, kill them as fast as possible, put them on reset and so forth. And once you move past that, you sort of move into a little bit of a slowdown period where you're more focused on starting to take out some, or continue killing the hordes, and then after that starting to take out some of the apexes. And that's, I guess, where we're at now. PXR, they've gotten, I think they got all 40 of the hordes. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. Wasn't paying too much attention, but we're into some apexes. So I'm just going to start tapping away on the blue ones. So these act very much like war machines do, except they're, I guess, weaker, generally speaking. So they're not hitting as hard as a typical 14-star war machine does. But they still can pack a bit of a punch if you're not careful with them. So we'll just do that, which will get me the bleed burst effect. 1, 2, keep stuns going. I would like some red tiles to at least get Blunderbuss charged. Never mind, there we go. So yeah, so because it's similar to a war machine hit, it plays out in terms of the team build and the strategy very similarly. So you're still looking as much as possible to have elemental defense down, regular defense down. Blunderbuss obviously is a must for these things, and then any charge control you can get is also very welcome. So you can see in my team I've got defense down from Ayumi when it decides to proc. I've then got the charge control in the form of Fiddle, and then we've got healing in, oops, that was in the wrong order. Oh well, let's do this. Healing in the form of Venus, and then we've obviously got Blunderbuss in there as well. So I don't have any elemental defense down in green, hence why I am using, or I'm not using it. The next option that I don't have in my team is Whack. Whack is probably the last remaining piece of the puzzle for me and my green team, until an elemental defense down hero comes along. So generally speaking, most alliances set a rule about hitting only things 2 or 3 times to avoid over consuming on bolts. This is no good, let's just do that. So yeah, so I'm only going to hit this one twice, and then I'm going to move on and hit the other green war machine twice as well. And then after that we'll probably head back to camp and start on another element. But we'll just do this green one once more. Might do it 3 times, I don't know. I haven't really done too much on this Apex, to be honest. On this Monster Island event, to be honest. So yeah, as I said, it's very much a case of you play it very much like you would a normal war machine. So I haven't really built this team in terms of the items overly well. A good item setup would be the same as on a normal war machine. So you'd be looking at combining things like attack buffs, charge boosts, possibly looking at using some inaccuracy or attack ailment items to help you survive a bit better. Let's just do that. That'll get me a fair bit of tile movement. But yeah, I've sort of just, this is the same items I was using against the hordes, hence why I was saying it's not overly well set up against apexes, but it's doing the job. Okay, cool. Well, that's 2 hits there, 77 and 93. So you can see we've put a decent dent in it. So let's move on and hit the next one. The next blue one's over here, so it's not actually too far away. So we'll go hit it and then head back to camp, and then we might start hitting, I don't know, maybe we hit the green one. So we bust out the red hitters, sorry. So it's all much of a muchness, which is why I'm not a huge fan of this event, because it is very repetitive. You also consume a fair bit by way of time, energy, resources, battle items if you go hard, and the rewards are actually very poor. as a payout for any effort that you expend. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this event, but yeah, that's just me personally. Let's just reshuffle this because we're not getting anywhere. All right, this will charge the greens. Boop. Oops. Oh, didn't register the first hit. That's okay. Stunned, which is not necessary because we're about to get the mindless attack off. Reset blunder. Let's just do that, I guess. Stunned. Excellent. Excellent. Good damage. I should have set those two up the other way around. So I've got the bleed gun on Fiddle, but I keep firing Aquani first, which is detrimental to my damage output because Aquani's bleed burst doesn't proc each time because Fiddle's firing after the fact, but that's all right. We've got one more turn to get everyone recharged. Oops, done it again. That's my last move. What do we got? I reckon we got probably about 88k. 80. Wasn't too far off for a guess. Last hit on this one, and then we'll head back to camp and take a crack at the next colour. So yeah, it's all much of a muchness really. Apologies that it's not the most riveting of content. But yeah, no, it's just sort of playing this one through, seeing where it goes. Yeah, as I said, the key points to Apex and War Machine teams is you want to have healing if you can in the colour without being too detrimental to your damage output. You want to have Blunderbuss for sure. So Blunderbuss is a must in terms of boosting your damage output. She increases your damage output by almost 300%, but you do introduce a 30% mischance or a 33% mischance. So it ends up being about 200% on average is the attack improvement. Boop boop. And then yeah, defense down, elemental defense down. Not many people really know how the math works, but defense down is far more effective in terms of increasing damage output than attack bonuses are, just because of the way the damage calculation actually works. So defense down, if you put a minus 50% defense down on an enemy hero, it ends up being actually far more effective. It's about 200% damage improvement as compared to a 50% attack bonus, which is only 50% damage improvement. So, hey, there we go, 88. Okay, so we've got both of them down, fair whack. So let's head back to camp. Whoops. Let's move that up a little bit so I can actually see the camp thing. What's the next closest element? What's this one up here? Is that green? Is that yellow? It's not gonna let me see it yet until I stop moving. We stop moving? Okay, cool. It is green. All right, cool. That makes that simple. Where's the other green one? That's purple. That's purple. Maybe I should just hit the two purple ones. That's yellow. There's the other green one all the way down there. All right, we're gonna hit the two purple ones because I don't feel like traipsing that far around the map. All right, let's ditch the green heroes. We're hitting purple, which means I want yellow heroes. We'll switch out Blunder as well because that Blunder's a little bit damaged. So that's the rule that sort of sits in the Monster Island event, is that heroes, the damage they take, half of it, I think, no, not half, 20% of it remains with your heroes even after the end of the fight. So I do have a fair number of Blunderbusses leveled up. Only one's got emblems anymore. I used to have emblems on a couple of them, but not now, I don't. Speed, dodge, crit accuracy, cool. All right, let's go. And then we go again. So this time around, obviously it's a purple Apex, so I've brought a lot of yellow stacked heroes. Explaining the team, I guess. So we've got, obviously, Blunderbuss is still in there, most crucial hero for any Apex or any War Machine fight. The next elements in this team, we've got 8-bit. 8-bit does 48% elemental defense down. So as I was just saying, a 50% roughly defense down is a 200% damage improvement, which is pretty nuts when you think about it. Next up, we've got Nima. So Nima is really good because she offers a plus 98% defense bonus against purples, which is obviously very strong. And then we've also then got Doc Colton, who gives 50% increased damage against purples. And then, what's his name? Dragon Fist, he's just along for the ride, to be honest. No charge control in this setup other than Dragon Fist. So we do sort of play out a little bit more cautiously on the special skills. So we don't have mindless attack built in. This isn't actually a very friendly yellow board, to be completely honest. It's not very friendly at all for the yellows, but that's okay. Got a bunch of overheal from Nima, so we'll just keep plugging away. And then this will be the last move. No, oh, I didn't move it. I made that match about 4 times on that last yellow match 3. Right, purples to get the stun, and then well, I guess we just start making matches. I think I'm getting a little bit of raw dog luck here on the purple apexes, to be honest. The green ones flowed a lot better than what these purple one has done so far, which is concerning because I've got a whole nother purple apex to go and hit after this. Right, I guess we'll take that. So green match onto the apex, take the blues onto the purples onto the blues, and some extra yellows to come in on the bottom. Take some more reds. Missed chance, of course. All right, cool. Let's do this, I guess. Get me another stun. Get Nima up. Pop the reds, get the purples. Hope for something different. Nothing different. There's some nice red, nice yellows in there. Let's go this way, I guess. Ooh, juicy. So we do have some accuracy guns equipped on this team on some of my yellow heroes. So the accuracy guns do go a ways towards combating the mischance from Blunderbuss. Where was the other purple one? Is it here? Yeah, there it is. 18 movement tiles to get there. Yeah, so accuracy weapons, they're really good. They go a ways towards, they literally negatively or oppose the inaccuracy from Blunderbuss. So Blunderbuss puts on 33% accuracy ailment. If you put on a 15% accuracy gun, that drops down by 15%. The inaccuracy. So instead of it being a 33% mischance, it goes down to being an 18% mischance, which is obviously a little bit better. No cleanse on this team, which I probably should have thought about. That's all right. Whatever, let's just go for it. Take all the yellows while they're there. This one's turning out to be a bit better of a yellow fight in terms of the board placement. Do that to get the reds and the greens out of here. More greens, wow. This one. So you saw the resist there. That resist came from Nima. So Nima's buff that she puts out on all yellow heroes is a ailment shield. So no ailments on my yellow heroes as long as that buff is active, which obviously when you've got a yellow stack is quite powerful. Which is why Nima is a little bit of an interesting one. Not many people really think to use her on war machines much, but she is actually quite good for war machines. She's one of the few times, actually I say one of, she is the only time that the defense against X color is actually useful against war machines. Typically, so you take the example of Jack. Jack makes himself strong against added defense against red. You'd never take a green hero against a red war machine. It just doesn't make any sense. But Nima on the other hand, oops, that was the wrong move. I should have made the red tile to cascade the blues, but that's right. Got there in the end. That was also a poor move, but cool. That was a good cascade. Do this to grab the purples next turn. The purples will get the stun. We'll also move some yellows up into alignment. Let's just reset. Yellows, more yellows, excellent. Lots of yellows. I didn't have Doc Colton's buff up. I was thinking that that damage was a little bit low, but that explains why. Doc Colton hadn't got his 50% added attack against purples, which isn't, as we discussed, isn't as good as a defense debuff, but it does stack on top of all of the other buffs and debuffs that I've got going on this team. So one more little extra piece of the puzzle, really. This should be, yep, ooh, wasn't wanting that to happen because that was a lot of yellow tiles that just went out for no buffs active. All right, last turn we'll make the match for yellow to finish us off. Cool. All right, so that's all the purple apexes hit twice. I guess we go back to base. That apex was a lot better. First one was pretty horrid, but that one was a bit better. Took away over almost 200k worth of health, which is, I'll take that. Back to camp, I suppose, and then reset with some more items. All right, what's this one? This one was the green one, right? There's the ready. Hit the blue, that must be red as well. So I guess we're gonna take purple then, because they're in a nice line. Are they? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, one of the purples is already dead. All right, well, I guess I'll get the 2 red ones then. Not red, sorry. I'm going to make a red team to hit the 2 green apexes is what I was trying to say there. Red, 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 and where's Blockbuster? Too far. Must have a red War Machine team set up at the moment for him to be this high up. There he is. All right, so speed, 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 dodge. So this team, let's just get up to this red one, this green one first, and I'll explain the team. So it is a green apex this time. So I've put in my red War Machine, my red heroes to combat him. So my team, you can see there, Blunder, Rudolph, Bunraku, Sunbeam, and we'll just reshuffle that because that's a terrible board, and Blockbuster. So the team, they all contribute something to improving my damage output against green War Machines. So Blunderbuss is obvious, you should know what Blunderbuss does in these War Machine teams by now. Next item, or next hero, I guess, is probably a better way of describing it. Rudolph, so Rudolph does minus 48% defense against reds. And then we've got after that Sunbeam, so Sunbeam tacks on another minus 32% defense against reds. No healing, so I'm just going to use that super pot there. This is not a good board. Maybe I should have brought Pulse along instead of Bunraku. Whee! Shoosh. And then after that we've got Blockbuster. So Blockbuster also does a defense debuff, but his is different from the others, where his comes in as a permanent debuff. So it doesn't matter, it's not turn-based or anything like that. It will last until the end of the fight when it gets refreshed in the next fight. This is a horrid board. Absolutely horrid board. I think I got maybe like, what are we gonna guess? We're gonna guess, or with a good end cascade there, 50k, I reckon. Ha, 51.7. Wasn't far off. And that's with 2 tack resets as well. That was bad. All right, this one might be a little bit better, hopefully. So yeah, Blockbuster is a very good hero for War Machines, as I said. He's the only hero that does a permanent defense debuff in the game. And I say permanent, but it's kind of like pseudo-permanent because it only lasts for the duration of the fight. But that's a whole lot longer than the 3 turns that's on, or 4 turns that's on just about everyone else in the game. So yeah, very strong hero. Suppose we do this onto the stun spot. This is much nicer. You can see how much better this damage output is this time around. We're scoring some big damage points. 10k on a hit when all of the buffs are active. Do that, I guess. Went a bit further than I was expecting. Here we go, all buffs. 10,000, 13,000 on one of those tiles. Shoosh. This way. One other thing that Sunbeam does that I didn't really mention, Sunbeam does a inaccuracy ailment, so the blind ailment, which she does on the target, which goes a fair way as well towards helping my heroes survive, particularly when I don't have an actual healer in this team. Being able to have miss as well. Nope. Ooh, Bunraku's dead. 202,000. It's pretty good. That's a much better hit that time around than the first one. All right, let's head back to camp. I'll swap Bunraku out before we go down and hit the other green apex down the bottom. So Bunraku's dead. So I think I might chuck in, should I put in Pulse or should I chuck in, it's hard because Bunraku was really good. So Bunraku, the reason she's in there, yes, she gives an attack buff, but she also gives a crit buff. And crit is so powerful. What's their bonus in this event? 4%. I think I'll chuck in Pulse or... yeah, let's go Pulse. Come on. Alright, is it this one? Nope. This one. 24 energy to get all the way down there. Which means there's 24 energy to get all the way back up and change into a purple team or a blue team for the final couple apex hits. Oh well, whatever. Dumb board so far apart. Right, let's go. Same again. So slight difference this time, obviously Pulse is in the team as opposed to the previous one where we had Bunraku. So Pulse will hopefully be able to help me get some of my health points back as well. Throughout the duration of this fight, so that the next fight is a little bit less painful. Hopefully no one dies. Good, no one dies. It's always much better when no one dies. Yeah, whatever. Sunbeam. So the other benefit to having Pulse in this team is that she is going to continue generating charge for my heroes, which is beneficial for keeping those buffs and ailments active throughout this fight. So I think I'd still rather have, what's her name, Bunraku in, but Pulse is probably the next best option for me. The other one that would be good as well is Jacossa, who gives charge generation bonus. Nice passive damage there from the minions. Even though it is soaking up some time, it's still chucking in 40-50 damage per minion strike, so there's just a lot of minions. Can I get, yes I can get one more match 3. All right, what do we got? No, 126,000. My guess? 98. I was almost going to say 98,000. I'd say it as, sounds like a bit of a cop-out, doesn't it? Oh, I was always going to say that. But you didn't, Gov. You didn't. Alright, yellow tiles to get the stun. Hopefully get some red tiles into the cascade so we can get our heroes charged up. There's 2 of them anyway. I guess we go this way. I think I'm going to use attack reset in a second. Yep. There's not much happening there. Go with that, get some more red tiles, and then go this way, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Look at that, there are no, oh sorry, there's 1 red tile on this entire board. 1. Now 3. That's great. Sunbeam, I guess. This one's not going to be a very good score at all. I think that 200k is probably going to be about as good as we're going to get today. Unless I get I do have a really good purple team. So we could get a really nice score against the one remaining yellow apex, but I'm not going to get much on this one, I don't think. Unless things shift around dramatically in the next couple movements, but we've only got 10 seconds remaining. So I'd be surprised if I got many more points. Come on! Finding the dog, missed out on the last points. 128 energy left, so I should be able to get home to base, pull out a team, and then come back out again. Oops, we're on way past. Alright, so we're going to go into base, and then we're going to come back and hit this yellow apex. And that should be pretty well all of my daily energy used up, to be honest, at that point. Yeah, it'll be pretty close. Camp, edit team, get you lot out. We'll go into our third blunderbuss. There she is. And then our purple team. So we're going to go with Sato. I'm going to chuck in Talon. The reason for that is as a healer or a pseudo heal. Undertaker and Giles. Because we have not actually unlocked, for whatever reason, the chest, the relic chest, which has the minions on it. And I usually like having those minions just to act as a meat shield. Come on. Yeah, a meat shield to really just soak up some of that damage, because as I said, the 20, it's not that the apex hits hard or anything like that, it's just that 20% of the damage that you take lingers on into future fights as well. So any damage that you can alleviate or avoid taking at all, such as by minions, is actually very beneficial. So I do like that, that one ability, even though it does slow up a battle a fair bit with minions fighting off on their turns. But yeah, damage avoidance is damage avoidance. All right, we've got everyone active. We have nothing happening on this board, so let's just reset it. Hopefully get some purple tiles in, which we got some, not many, but some. Red's going. Let's just get rid of all these. Hopefully get there we go, there's some nice purples. Probably shouldn't have put the dodge guns on them. Should have gotten the accuracy guns like I normally do. I also should probably have put antidotes into my team build like I normally do, but for some reason, I just haven't done that today. Let's do this. I'm going to stay here and use the last of my energy on this apex, so I might get 1 or 2 extra hits on beyond the... Probably shouldn't have done that because now he's going to attack me. Dodge. Okay, cool. That's something. 69,000. All right. Next up, much of a muchness, to be honest. There's not too much better here. Take the blue into the reds into what? What's next? Nothing. Nothing is next. Sure, we'll just move the stun spot to the opposite side of the board where I can do nothing with it. Do that to get it on a 1.2x. $7k damage, so not as good as the 10, 11, 12k that we were getting on the red apex, but still pretty decent, I think. I feel like 9k is pretty decent still. Oh, beauty. Stunned. Take that. That'll get me some more purples. Oh, juicy, juicy. Let's go the blues. Hope for some nice cascades. So those, look at that damage that those minions are doing. They're doing like 200 or something damage each minion strike. Woo, sheesh. That's a lot of damage from a minion. Look how many minions there are. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage per minion strike. Maybe almost like 12, like 2,500 damage from the minions each turn. 176,000. That's more like it. What do we got? 53 attack left. All right, let's just burn it. We're not going to get to another apex or anything like that. So normally I only do the 2, as I said, but if I don't use it here, it is going to be somewhat wasted because I can't get to another apex and I can't get back to camp to refresh my items or anything like that and then do anything meaningful. So sure, we'll take those yellows. We've got the blues next. Sorry, the reds and the greens next is what I meant. One more green. There we go. That's good. That gets me the stun anyway, so we can survive another turn without getting smashed, because I think I lose Blunderbuss. Oh, one more. Let's just get those minions up and running, so at least I've got some protection going. Okay, let's see the chaos from these minions start kicking in again. Or the carnage is probably a better way of describing it. I need a couple more red tiles. Do we? Yeah, we do. Let's go this into the reds to get the purples on the stun spot next. Does Blunder survive? She does, barely just. All right, cool. This fight ended a lot quicker than the last one. I feel like the last one went longer. But we definitely didn't get as much damage out this time. I reckon we got 88. 48. Wow. That was bad for a last hit. Okay, cool. No worries. Well, that's, can't even get home. How can we get, that's how far we can get. Cool. That's all I really got for today. Just figured it would be something a little bit different. Fairly monotonous, I think. Not really the most enthralling content in the world, but yeah, we did get some damage off on some war machines. Got a couple really nice boards with some big cascades and some big totals, and we got a couple that were pretty average as well. So yeah, anyway, that's all I got for today. Good luck. Hopefully your Monster Island is going well and you're enjoying it, and good luck with your summons that you may do. Until then, stay safe, happy gaming, cheers, bye.